If you only watch one Real Housewives of Rhode Island breakdown video this week, make it this one. Because the premiere just introduced us to 7 completely new housewives, and most viewers are completely missing who the real villain of this season is going to be based on the first episode clues. Let me show you what I mean. In the next 12 minutes, you're going to get a full ranking of every RHORI housewife from least messy to most messy, breakdowns of who's already forming alliances and who's on the outs, predictions for which housewife is going to dominate the season, and the subtle shade moments from the premiere that reveal everything about the group dynamics. If you watch the RHORI premiere and you're trying to figure out who to root for and who to watch out for, this is your guide. Stay with me, because by the end, you're going to know exactly who's bringing the drama. Now, Real Housewives of Rhode Island is Bravo's newest franchise, and the premiere just dropped. This is a completely fresh cast. No one from other shows, no familiar faces. Just 7 women from Rhode Island with money, opinions, and existing drama. And let me tell you, Bravo did not ease us into this. The premiere episode came out swinging with tension, shady comments, and at least 2 housewives who clearly cannot stand each other. For a first episode of a brand new franchise, this was chaotic in the best way possible. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Spill TV, where we break down every new Housewives franchise, rank the cast, and predict the drama before it even fully unfolds. If you love Real Housewives, if you live for the mess, if you want to know who to pay attention to, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're covering RHORI episode by episode this season, and you do not want to miss these breakdowns. Let's rank these housewives and figure out who's really running Rhode Island. All right, so let me start by giving you the full cast list, and then we'll go through each one with a ranking from least dramatic to most dramatic. The 7 housewives are Lauren, Paige, Monica, Danielle, Aubrey, Jillian, and Victoria. That's a lot of names to remember for a premiere, but don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly who everyone is and what their role is in the group. Let's start at number 7, the least messy housewife based on the premiere. That title goes to Danielle. Danielle is the calm, collected, voice of reason type. She's married with kids. She runs a successful business. She seems genuinely kind. In the premiere episode, she was the one trying to keep the peace when other women started getting snippy with each other. She didn't throw shade. She didn't start drama. She just existed and tried to make everyone get along. Now, does that mean she's going to stay this way all season? Probably not. The nice ones always snap eventually on housewives. But for now, she's the least problematic. Number 6 is Aubrey. Aubrey is interesting because she has main character energy, but in the premiere, she was surprisingly low-key. She hosted one of the events. She looked stunning. She made polite conversation, but she didn't insert herself into the drama that was brewing between other housewives. She observed. She took mental notes. And in her confessionals, she gave just enough commentary to show she's paying attention without putting a target on her back. That's smart gameplay. I think Aubrey is going to be a slow burn. She's not going to peak in episode 1. She's building to something, and I'm here for it. Number 5, right in the middle, is Jillian. Jillian is the wild card. She's loud. She's funny. She says whatever is on her mind with no filter. In the premiere, she made a joke that didn't land well with one of the other housewives, and you could feel the tension. But she also seems like she doesn't care if people like her or not, which is refreshing. She's not trying to be the favorite. She's just being herself. The problem with that approach is it can backfire quickly on housewives. If she says the wrong thing to the wrong person, she's going to become a target. But for now, she's entertaining without being outright messy. But wait, it gets so much worse. Stay with me. Number 4 is Monica. Monica came in hot. She's wealthy, she's stylish, and she's very aware of her status. In the premiere, there was a scene where she made a comment about someone's house not being up to her standards. It was subtle, but it was shady, and the other housewives noticed. Monica is the type who thinks she's better than everyone else, and she's not great at hiding it. That attitude is going to cause problems. Someone is going to check her, and when that happens, it's going to be explosive. Monica is definitely someone to watch because she's going to be at the center of multiple conflicts this season. Number 3, and this is where it gets really messy, is Victoria. Victoria is young, gorgeous, and confident to the point of arrogance. She's also the newest to the group socially. The other housewives have known each other for years. Victoria is the outsider trying to break into their circle, and she's doing it by being bold and slightly confrontational. In the premiere, she questioned one of the OG housewives' choices in a way that was clearly meant to assert dominance. It didn't go over well. The older housewives looked at her like, who does this girl think she is? Victoria is either going to become a major player or she's going to get iced out. There's no in-between with her. Number 2, the second most dramatic based on the premiere, is Paige. Paige is a pot stirrer. She's the one who will ask a question that sounds innocent but is actually designed to start a fight. In the premiere, there's a scene where she brings up a rumor about one of the other housewives' marriages. She phrases it like, "Oh, I heard this, but I'm sure it's not true," but the damage is done. Everyone at the table is now talking about it. And Paige sits back with a little smirk, knowing exactly what she just did. That is classic housewives villain behavior. Paige is going to be messy all season long. She's going to start drama, deny starting drama, and then watch it unfold from a safe distance. Okay, I need you to focus because this part changes everything we thought we knew. And number 1, the most dramatic, the one who's already causing the most problems, is Lauren. Lauren is the alpha. She's been in this social circle the longest. She has the most money. She has the most connections. And she makes sure everyone knows it. In the premiere, Lauren had at least 3 separate confrontations with different housewives. She corrected someone's story in front of the group. She dismissed another housewife's opinion. And she made it very clear that if you're not on her good side, you're going to have a problem in Rhode Island. Lauren is the villain we didn't know we needed. She's unapologetic. She's strategic. And she's not afraid to go head-to-head with anyone. The dynamic between Lauren and Paige is particularly interesting because they're both manipulative, but in different ways. Lauren is overt about her power. Paige is sneaky about hers. At some point this season, those two are going to clash, and it's going to be iconic. The question is, who's going to come out on top? My money is on Lauren because she has more social capital, but Paige is scrappy, and she's not afraid to play dirty. So it could go either way. Now let's talk about alliances because they're already forming. Based on the premiere, it looks like Danielle, Aubrey, and Jillian are a potential trio. They were sitting together at multiple events. They were supportive of each other in confessionals. They seem like they're going to be the non-confrontational group that just reacts to everyone else's drama. Then you have Monica and Victoria, who are both a little bit isolated but could potentially team up because they're both being looked at as outsiders. And then you have Lauren and Paige, who are frenemies at best. They're not aligned, but they're also not openly against each other yet. That tension is simmering, and it's going to boil over. And I haven't even gotten to the part that broke the internet yet. There was a moment at the end of the premiere that most people are talking about. Lauren and Paige are at a charity event, and Paige makes a comment about Lauren's ex-husband. It's vague, it's cryptic, but Lauren's reaction is immediate. Her face goes cold. She says, "We don't talk about that." And Paige smirks and says, "I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking." The conversation ends there, but you know this is going to come back up. Whatever Paige was referring to, it's clearly a sore spot for Lauren, and Paige now knows she has ammunition. That's the kind of setup that pays off 3 or 4 episodes later with a massive blow-up. Social media reaction to the premiere has been overwhelmingly positive. People are loving that this is a fresh cast with no baggage from other franchises. The comparisons to early seasons of other Housewives shows are everywhere. People are saying RHORI has the same energy as RHONY Season 1 or RHONJ Season 1, where everything felt raw and real. There's no performing for the camera yet. These women are just being themselves and letting the drama happen organically. The fashion in the premiere was also a hot topic. Every single housewife brought their A game. The designer labels, the jewelry, the hair and makeup. Bravo clearly gave them a good budget because everyone looked expensive. And in the Housewives universe, looking expensive is half the battle. If you look the part, people take you seriously. And all 7 of these women look like they belong on this show. We are not even at the craziest part yet. Keep watching. Here's my prediction for how the rest of the season is going to play out based on the premiere. Lauren is going to be the central figure. Everything is going to revolve around her in some way. Either people are trying to take her down or people are trying to get on her good side. Paige is going to be the chaos agent who stirs the pot but never quite gets her hands dirty. Monica and Victoria are going to have a falling out with the group and possibly with each other. Jillian is going to say something offensive and have to apologize at some point. Aubrey is going to have a late season moment where she finally picks a side and it's going to shock everyone. And Danielle is going to stay neutral as long as possible until someone forces her to get involved. The big question is, who's going to be asked back for season 2? Because not all 7 of these housewives are going to make it. Bravo always does cuts after the first season of a new franchise. My guess is Lauren, Paige, and Aubrey are locks. They're giving the producers everything they need. Monica might be safe because she's wealthy and messy. Victoria is on the bubble because she's polarizing. Jillian could go either way depending on how the audience responds to her. And Danielle, as much as I like her, might be too boring to bring back. Harsh, but true. Housewives need to bring drama to survive. The premiere also set up a few storylines that are clearly going to be season-long arcs. Lauren's ex-husband situation that Paige hinted at, Monica's financial issues that were briefly mentioned, Victoria's family drama that she alluded to in a confessional, Aubrey's business problems. All of these are threads that Bravo is going to pull on as the season progresses. And by the reunion, we'll have full clarity on all of it. One thing I really appreciated about the premiere is that it didn't try to do too much. It introduced the cast, it established the dynamics, it planted the seeds for future drama, but it didn't overwhelm us with too many storylines at once. That's smart editing. Some Housewives premieres try to cram everything into the first episode, and it feels messy. RHORI took its time and let us get to know these women naturally. Tell me in the comments, who's your favorite housewife so far, and who do you think is going to be the breakout star of the season? I'm genuinely curious because first impressions can be very wrong on Housewives. The person you love in episode 1 might be the person you hate by episode 10, and vice versa. All right, let me wrap this up. Real Housewives of Rhode Island premiered with 7 brand new housewives, and the drama is already brewing. From least to most messy, we have Danielle, Aubrey, Jillian, Monica, Victoria, Paige, and Lauren. Lauren is the alpha and the main villain. Paige is the pot stirrer. Victoria is the bold newcomer, and everyone else is trying to navigate the chaos. Alliances are forming, shade is being thrown, and the premiere set up multiple storylines that are going to explode as the season goes on. Make sure you're subscribed to Spill TV because we're recapping RHORI every single week. Hit that like button if you're excited for this new franchise, and drop your rankings in the comments because I want to see if we agree or if you see these housewives completely differently.